Today we're going to talk about more guitar tricks. Feedback loop. Feedback loops are really good in music. You can use them to introduce something like an intro or a new section, or a breakdown which goes really hard, or we can just create some breathing space in music and have a high-pitched squeal as like a little break. But all feedback is when a signal comes out of an output and is immediately sent through the input or picked up by the input. So in guitar terms, that is when the signal coming out of our amp resonates and vibrates our strings, creating that high-pitched squeal. So all we're going to do is we're just going to strum something or play something on a guitar and then move our guitar close to the amp. Scary clown music. All we're going to need is a slide for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at the 7th fret-ish and then just pick behind what we're sliding while sliding down. So we're just going to... That's it. It is quite quiet, you might need to turn up your volume to hear it properly, but it's really cool. I call these sliding harmonics. I don't know what they're called really, but they are awesome. All we're doing here is we're just playing natural harmonics and sliding down. So not fretting properly, we're just placing our finger on the string, not fretting at all, as if we're playing natural harmonics. Tremolo picking and just sliding down. That's all we're doing. But it sounds really cool, especially with distortion in metal. And it works really well on the A string. Whammy bar alien noises. We're going to need a whammy bar for this or anything metallic. And what we're going to do is we're just going to touch the string over or around the pickups. Then you get a really high pitch alien noise. But if you try some other things that are metallic, it should work as well. Let's see if this works. So yeah, it works with an 1/8 inch jack, which is quite funny. I call this one Chaos. Sounds like Chaos. Basically all we're doing is we're just hitting the back of our neck to generate noise, just general noise. But it sounds really good. It's just kind of a bit resonant. You can also do this Morse code sounding thing. It's not really Morse code, that's just kind of what I thought first when I heard this. All we're doing is we're just pushing the string into the pickup. So it's making contact with the pickup. Then you get that kind of clicky tappy noise. More alien noises. I learned this one from Steve Terryberry today and I found it really cool. To me it sounds more like warning systems that you hear in DCS. So basically what we're going to do is we can grab a remote, press a button and then point it at the pickup and then we get this. Which is pretty cool. Different remotes will react differently and also some buttons will do different things as well. Different pitches, different timings, stuff like that. No, I found this really interesting when I saw it first, so I thought I'd include it in the video. You can also do the other alien noises with this as well. Because it's just smooth, I think it's just smooth surfaces. And lastly, the rake. This is used loads and it's a really good way to add some interest to something like a bend or just playing a note. A little bit of variation in your music. All we're doing is just strumming through muted strings to get to a note we want to play. So I use palm muting, you can use a free finger, but we're just going to strum through muted strings and then we're going to end on the note we want to play. So it's just a small strum, strumming through muted strings and the string we want to play. Okay, I mentioned you can do palm muting or use your finger, so I do palm muting. Makes all sense to me. But if you're using a free finger, you can use index finger and you can just but I find that sometimes on some strings you'll get harmonics ringing out, so that's why I do palm muting. It's also much easier to palm mute whilst doing a bend. If you want to bend up to a note while doing this rake technique, I find it a lot easier to do the bend using all three fingers and palm muting rather than using one of my other fingers to mute the strings, if you know what I mean. So that's 8 more guitar techniques. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.